I find inspiration from the people in this county. Just this morning I was at the Economic Development Corporation meeting. Bethany Dentler, Maria Kipstol, Connie King, Sandy Fromeyer, Jandy Groza, Kimberly Rice, these were all women that were in the audience. In addition, I had a meeting with Heather Taylor and Laura Parnell today. I mean, they're just amazing people all over that can really inspire you to go above and beyond. They're so amazing at what they do that it causes you to really look at it and say, okay, how can I do more? How can I be more? How can I contribute more? Always leave people, situations better than you find them. It's something I adopted in high school, and it tends to get me into more committees than maybe I should, but it always gives me an opportunity to really contribute. People. The other question, what would you take to a deserted island, would scare me. I've got to be interacting with people, because without that, I just curl up and not know what to do. But I'm much more creative. I get to solve problems, just talking all the time.
The person that inspires me the most is my mother. Mom died a year ago, April, and she had had dementia the last 4.5 years, and she struggled with it in ways that that no human being should have to. It's just absolutely demoralizing. However, all the years before that, she had been such a role model for me, and she just set the tone for what I could do, what my daughters could do, and what they eventually went on to do, because it was the words we live by: believe as if anything is possible. I think I've gone over that with my mom, because it was all part and parcel of who she was. It wasn't just the fact that she could start her own private detective agency at the age of 60. It was the fact that she believed as if anything that she set her mind to, that she could accomplish, and I live my life by those words. Most people would not believe this of me, but with working so many hours, that my secret indulgent is making this big sandwich, lots of potato chips, tall glass of milk, and going upstairs, crawling into bed, and turning on a CD with Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
First of all, just take things slow, not to rush into things, and to really enjoy experiences. I think about my grandparents. My grandparents passed away within a month of each other when I had just gotten out of college, and of course you appreciate them when they're around, but then once you realize once they're gone how much you miss them. Second, it's taking care of your health. Not that I didn't, but I think now I realize, wow, along the way, it is eating healthy, it is exercising, it is making sure you're doing the good things for your body, eliminating stress and exercising. I went through breast cancer 5 years ago, and that's what got me to the point I am now with the nonprofit that I created because of that experience. And I don't know necessarily if I could have avoided it. However, if I could have gone back to my other self back then, I would have loved to be able to say, take care of yourself. Make sure you're managing your stress. In 2005, we lost a full-term baby girl. And it was just an awful experience to have to go through. And I realized after going through and while going through that experience, you need something to fall back on. You need something to make some sense and provide some comfort in your life. And my faith in God provided that for me. And along with that, I think it was my husband and my family. They were there to help support me. I don't think a lot of people know that I'm competitive. And when I say that, a lot of the ways I am competitive is athletically. I love to run races. I've run 3 half marathons, lots of 5Ks, and 1 10K. And what I think provides the joy from that competitive experience is the ability for me, especially having gone through cancer, now to turn my body into something positive. I've realized that being competitive pushes me a little bit. So when I push myself athletically, I've noticed it trickle into other areas of my life.
I was going to college, so I decided I would be a teacher. So I have a degree in education, and once I got into education, decided I liked counseling. So I moved then and got another degree in counseling, and then ended up as an administrator. I'm an English teacher who has branched out into other things, and I'm now the marketing director for Gersbacher Real Estate, and I love it. Well, I just finished reading Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. She's the Chief Operating Officer for Facebook, and I think every young woman who's going out into any career needs to read this book. It's a well-written book, really good down-to-earth advice for young women who want leadership positions and what they should do, how to stay on the path to achieve their goals. The written word. I am a reader. I would be lost if I didn't have my newspapers and my Kindle and my books, and so if they took all those things away, I'm not sure what I'd do. But I really appreciate the written word and how a well-written novel or a poem can inspire people.
I chose the career I'm in. I've always had a passion for art, and I love to be creative. And from a young age, I knew I wanted to find a career that would be helping people. And so the beauty industry helped me combine my passion for art and taking care of people. Helping people have confidence from looking their best is probably the best part of my job. I get to do what I love every day with people I love, for people I love, so it's a great career. So advice for emerging leaders: even if you're not in a leadership position right now, you got to be the best that you can be in that position, whatever that position is. So you give it 100%. You get to be known as that person who gets it done. You come up with solutions, and you encourage the people around you. If you help other people get what they want, that's going to help you get what you want. Okay, so I have a secret indulgence, but it's not much of a secret to my family, but I love homemade chocolate chip cookies right out of the oven. That's my indulgence, warm, with a big glass of cold milk, and my family thinks I'm doing it just for them. But it really is. I mean, warm chocolate chip cookies have got to be it for me.
What had happened was I luckily was offered an internship at the Medina County Health Department as a health educator. So I did that for 5 years, and then Hospice of Medina County offered me a job in public relations, and then a year and a half ago the job opened at the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and it just so happened my daughter and her husband lives there, and they told me that they were going to have a baby. So I wanted to get in the Wadsworth area, and when I heard that job was open and they asked me to apply, I thought, I'm going to get that job. There's really two sets of kind of similar, kind of different things, and one is a scripture. It's from Acts 3, verses 5 through 6, and it's trust in the Lord with all your heart and rely not on your own understanding, and in all ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. And then the other thing that I live by is commitment. I just feel that without commitment, you just have so little in your relationships. Relationships are ever so important to me. I couldn't live without books. I love to read over watching television. I love to be able to use my imagination to think what people look like, and I like to think about them. And sometimes am really sad when a book ends. You know what I mean? I feel like I became friends with the people in there, and it's like I gotta say goodbye.
In our home, we have this whole wall. It's called our hero wall. And I have photos there of leaders who inspire us. So I have like Stanley Tam, he's the founder of the U.S. Plastics Corporation. Kathleen Price, she's the founder and really the fire behind the Mission of Love. And then more well-known leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Abe Lincoln, Martin Luther King. But in the center of it all is the leader that really changed the definition and model for leadership, and that's Jesus Christ. And the model that Jesus gave was that of service and sacrifice. I would tell them to learn the 7 virtues: faith, hope, love, prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. And by becoming those virtues, you really get in alignment with God and with the community, with your family, your employees, your clients. By really self-mastery of those virtues, you can find true love and happiness and self-expression. Oh, definitely my hot tub. So my husband and I will sneak out there late at night or really early in the morning when the world is just waking up and the birds are starting to chirp, and we just sit and relax and spend time with each other. It's totally self-indulgent and we love it.
I would tell them it's 2013 and you can do absolutely anything and be anything that you want. I also would emphasize that, our brain is so powerful that it's very important that you make sure you know what's going into your mind. So be careful what you read, what you listen to, what you think about, even who you associate with, because the truth is that what goes into your mind eventually does come out in your life. And so negative in, negative out, you can't afford any kind of negativity. I also would tell them that, the 3-legged stool story that I was told one day, and that's life is like a 3-legged stool. You have the 3 legs have to be very strong in order to hold the weight of everything that comes down. And in life, those 3 legs are your spirituality and your physical health and your mental health. I use prayer to center myself, and I use meditation. I use a gratitude journal, and that helps me focus on what I'm grateful for instead of everything that isn't going my way at the time. I could not live without my faith. Absolutely, hands down faith. I have to, and I do, rely on it daily.
The women in my life, throughout my life, have inspired me, starting with my mother, my grandmother, my great aunts, my 2 daughters, and beyond that, all the women in the community. The people that volunteer, the people that raise money, the people that direct nonprofits. Day in and day out, I'm reading the newspaper and I see different names of people and they're doing amazing things. And I'm inspired by that. And then on the broader scale, people like Regina Brett, who write articles in the Cleveland Plain Dealer, and she impacts so many organizations and groups just by her written word. All the women that I read about and know inspire me. I would tell myself, don't listen to other people and do what you want to do. Don't do what you think society wants you to do. Be your own person. Find some things that you love and learn about them, excel in them, and then find some more and learn about them and excel in them. I could not live without books. My fondest memories are as a young child riding my bike to Lakewood Public Library and sitting on the floor, smelling the books, reading the books, picking the books, bringing them home. They offer me a transport to another world, knowledge that I never thought I could imagine to have. It opens you up to new experiences, opens your mind. I couldn't live without reading.
Somebody told me it's like eating an elephant, and what you do is you just break it down and you just, look at your problem and just eat the elephant one bite at a time. And generally that seems to keep me focused and keep me moving along on the right track. Just remember that you don't do it alone, and that you need to have a good support group around you, and that it's okay to ask for help. You're not alone. You need a support group, and if you don't know the answer, don't pretend that you do. Let the person know, I don't know the answer, but I will get it for you. And that gives you a much more credibility than trying to fake your way through it.
I'm blessed to have two fabulous role models, and those are my parents. And but life wasn't always easy growing up. They only had a 6th and an 8th grade education, and so things were. We lived in a modest home. There were 4 children, and when I was 12, my father passed away. He was only 52, so my mother was widowed at 45. And so we learned then how to work hard, because she just pulled things together and made things happen for our family. It was important for me then to give back and to serve, to get out of myself. And so that's when I started volunteering. So at 39, and now I'm 53, for all these years I've been volunteering. I'm on several event teams and have been trying to give back. And so it's working hard, my faith, and giving back that helped me get through this. First of all, you cannot do it alone. I think as you start off your career as a woman, you sometimes think it's a weakness to ask for help or to work on a team to accomplish a goal. But that is just not true. Really, we're so much stronger when we work together. Being on several event teams and being a board member, I see us accomplish so many fabulous things because we come together as women or a team to accomplish those goals. But what they don't know about us is we're so very simple. Things like a cup of coffee makes me very happy, having ice cream with my family. I like to do very simple things, and that refreshes me, and that just allows me to relax. In fact, one of my secret indulgences is to watch old sitcoms. So my husband and I, when we're out of the public and not doing so many things, we're watching things like Hazel and Leave It to Beaver and Mary Tyler Moore, and that, we love it.